Oh.
10 like we know what we're doing. Hey, says we're live.
Says we're live. We're live.
So
Hey.
I invented one of my Twitter pals, Nick, on this evening, but he's not here yet. He just launched a Kickstarter, and so he's probably finishing up his first stream on that.
Nice.
So, yeah. It's a cool looking project too. So,
well, that's fantastic.
Oh, hey, my phone tells me we just went live.
Hey, mine told me the same thing.
Look at that.
That's what I get for subscribing to your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So,
I agree with that.
You should.
Oh, I do. Sorry.
Talk to me like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't you know who he is?
Nick says he needs a link.
I sent one to him on Facebook. On Twitter.
I was trying to share the feed.
Let's see here. I'll look again and make sure it actually got sent. Wait, it was on the other. It would have been on the other thing anyway.
There we go. I did share it, and I could share it some more.
Do. Unless I sent him the wrong thing. That seems likely. That seems like exactly the kind of thing I would do. Oh, I didn't send it to him. Sorry, Nick.
You had one job.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Not true at all. I had several jobs.
Your jobs don't end.
Dude, I've been resurrecting the website. I've been building a shop.
Heck yeah.
Converted our comics into digital so we could have those.
I need to do that.
Yeah. I can show you how, man.
Might need you to.
Yeah, we need to. I've been meaning to talk sometime about that at some point. Because we need to get together and chat over some of those details.
See.
But not today. I thought maybe tomorrow, but I can't. Apparently not tomorrow either. We're doing the Minicon planning committee meeting tomorrow. So
Fun.
After the karate class.
Well, my wife has sign language class on that day anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of a busy day for me.
Yeah, that works out pretty well. Oh, hey, there's Nick. Hey, Nick.
Hey, guys.
How's it going, man?
It's going. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Sort of. I'm trying to share. I'm doing some design work on this thing, the back cover for a semi-secret project I'm working on. And the program I'm using does not like being shared, and so it's like blinking out for me.
Too much bandwidth being used up and everything.
Something, I don't know, but I'm going to stop it. So
pretty cool.
It was looking nice.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. Hey guys, this is Nick. Nick, this is Chris. He's a writer. He does the Z Bites comic. It's on our linked on our site, and that's Barry. He's one of our partners and art director kind of guy.
Cool. Nice to meet you guys.
So Nick just launched today. How's it going? I have not even looked. I'll be completely honest.
We're funded and we're past our goal. Now we're heading into our first stretch goal. So,
dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was not expected. Yeah, we funded in our first hour. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So, now, I remember you were talking to having kind of a low bar to start with too.
Yeah, I kind of use the Brian Ball method of set it at 500 and just do the basic methodology behind it, and then just kind of shoot past that. So, all I've got to worry about is printing it now, and the book is pretty much done. So,
well, and you have you've got those. Do you have all 3 volumes done already?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm finishing up the 3rd one right now. Like I've got just a little bit of coloring to do.
And what's the buy-in on that? It's not very much, right?
There's an early bird special going on right now. So for anyone that backs right now, gets the day 1 24-hour special for like $20 on all of it.
Oh wow.
and a bunch of PDFs, and then after that it goes up. So if you want it cheap and everything, right now is the time to get, because it closes off tomorrow at like 7 o'clock or something.
Man, you can't beat that with a stick.
Right? I mean, you could, but it wouldn't hurt.
It'd be stupid.
It would be stupid.
Wouldn't do you any good.
But-
That's not a nice word.
Not very optimistic. That's really cool, though.
Yeah, it was just kind of. I wasn't expecting that, but
Yeah.
Jump up and down for joy.
I did, and now I'm tired.
Yeah, but
Just not up for that kind of thing.
No,
So-
no.
No, you talked to me on the show last week. What'd you tell the guys what it's about?
Yeah, so Demon Hunter Raven is a supernatural action flick. Kind of imagine if Devil May Cry met Assassin's Creed. So it's about organization within the church that is tasked with defeating demons that enter into our realm and the unknown. And it's centered around one main protagonist called Adam. And he is infused with something called the Light Stone. And it grants him this insane armor, the spiritual armor, and it allows him to go into combat with other people. I've got a bunch of free previews on the site as well that kind of shows it off. But yeah, if you're into like Devil May Cry, Bleach, anything within that realm, like Assassin's Creed, it's kind of right up in that same alley.
okay. Yeah, I like some Bleach for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Bleach fan, so the idea of like the hollows and stuff like that
Mhm.
were definitely something I
Big inspiration.
yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Now I'm just trying not to go too close to looking like Bleach, though. That can be kind of
Yeah.
a dangerous area as well.
It can, but I mean, for American comics, there's actually quite a wide gap still for American
Yeah.
audience.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
it's
I'm
nice.
always surprised how many people are fans of that stuff, and then when you finally start talking about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, I like that too," and you're like, "Oh okay, what? How come I never beat you though?"
Yeah.
I've seen an episode.
It's a little bit of an exaggerated style, but I thoroughly enjoy it in its earlier parts. It gets a little weird at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. There's almost no manga almost that's been going that long that doesn't jump the shark at some point. It feels
Yeah. When those guys are doing like 20 pages per week,
Those dudes, yeah, that's
I
different.
don't-
That's a different machine right there, man.
I'm like, I don't know how you keep up the quality, consistency, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And
Well, who was it? The guy who Yu Yu Hakusho, the guy who did that, and he did a few other ones, right? A few of the big ones.
yeah,
He's married to the gal that did, I believe, unless I'm completely wrong on whatever, but he's married to the gal who did Sailor Moon.
oh no way, really?
Yeah.
And that's
And-
those are two of my favorites right there.
Right? Yeah. Well, there's two of the giants too,
Yeah,
and they both. I mean, like they got married. They're like I don't know how many years into each. They're both doing their thing.
right.
But they were both established, and I think they both. It was like 10 years before they took their anniversary, but their honeymoon.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it. That's like a 24/7 job. If you don't,
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
You
I remember
you
when
don't sleep.
he hired somebody finally to help him out. And it was
Right.
like 15 years later, and it's crazy, but just the
I-
dedication and skill.
Yeah, but I think also the Japanese culture's work ethic and that is so much more different than ours, where
Yeah,
we
They-
color everything.
yeah. That's actually how I was. I can't remember what show I was watching. It was one of my anime or shows. Maybe it was. I can look it up later on, but they were talking about how Japanese actually have like those superstar all-star artists,
Yeah,
and they're often like those guys are, even though they become like celebrities, they still are almost married to whatever company they're working for.
yeah,
Those
yeah. Very true.
companies- Yeah, those companies are almost so like integrated into their life. Like they help you like find your wife and all that stuff half the time. They want you to get married and be that lifestyle, so you are semi-dependent. So you're not leaving them at all or anything like that.
Right, right.
Crazy.
That's so
Crazy.
different.
Oh yeah. Like there's
Okay.
no and like and that was for video games especially as far as like the celebrity artists go, because like in America you don't know hardly anybody unless they leave video games. and
Yep.
do their own projects like Bobby Chu or other people like that who
Yeah,
who do their own stuff afterwards.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a whole entire different environment and culture, and yeah, funded in 30 minutes. That was crazy. But hey, Paul, you played a big part in that too. So, that guy is his name is the Calvary Collective, and he's Paul, and he's got a book coming out called Bump Back, and that's a really cool
Oh, cool.
homage to like horror classics and stuff. And he's got some really cool ideas. You guys need to go check out. He's got the first 4 pages up for free for people to check out, and it's really cool. And his characters are kind of like he needs to come on and talk about it at some point. He's really good. But
Yeah.
Send him a link, Reese.
Hey, sure, man. If he wants to come on, just holler in the chat, and I'll. I think I saw you on
Twitter.
yeah, Paul, you need to come on.
thing on Twitter. So just holler at me, and we'll do that.
But he's got a cool book. I can't
Our
wait to see when that
Tuesday-
gets done.
Our Tuesday thing is just an excuse for us to get together and work.
Yeah, pretty much. We just
So-
chit chat and
That way we can crack jokes or whatever. Where there's I just finished. Actually, I'll show you what I'm working on here.
yeah, we go off on tangents. It's nothing formal at all in any way. We just
Oh,
start
yeah.
dancing and
We used to try to have formality, and I was like, dude, let's just work.
That's a good way to do it. So how long have you guys been doing your books and everything? Like, because I know you guys do like a lot of web stuff.
Yeah. We've been Ideal as a whole has been going since 2005.
Oh wow.
Barry came on in what
13,
13?
or
Something like
11, 13. I was
He's making
working
famous
with and stuff, and me and Chris, one of the guys that had funded Ideal with Matt here, had me and him had done actually another web comic that was just a gag a day jokes a day. Chris is familiar with that, and
I missed that comic.
I get that a lot. Yeah, that was a good one. It's called Penguins with Baseball Bats.
Oh,
It had nothing to do with anything, just every once in a while we would have 2 penguins that would have their own joke, or their own like little, this is what the penguins are doing.
right.
if you want, Barry, I can look it up here in a second. But
Yeah, I gotta see this. Penguins with bats. That just sounds
no, 'cause,
hilarious
like,
in itself.
it's like the archives are gone, but we've saved a few of them, and I happen to have
Okay.
some.
You know what's the biggest one, Chris, Matt, that people ask for the most, it seems like, is the Candyland stories.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. We were telling there was a continuing story of a was it Sergeant Gingerbread Man
Mm-hmm.
who was living through the exploits and the greatest adventures and crazy adventures of a war. It was like Gingerbread Land in World War I, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very silly, very wacky, very off the wall type stuff, and it was fun. We it didn't really take too much work or stress or just anything like that. Just go with it, and we
That
did.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, we did what we wanted. We didn't really care. And Chris went off to school and got too busy, and so here we are.
Busy. That's
Different
that's
Chris and this Chris. Yeah, that's life. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not me, Chris. I was just a fan.
you were young. That was a long time ago. That was we started in 2007, I think. 2000. Yeah.
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 Shortly after I graduated.
Yeah, you were just a kid, and we kept it going until about 2000, early 2012, I think, is our last issues. Me and Matt did a few, but we were just too much to keep going. Besides, the other stuff. So.
Right. Yeah. When it gets usually this stuff falls to the side really quick. 'Cause,
Let me see if it'll let me share this here.
Okay.
Sometimes it just is stupid and it hates me.
what program are you using exactly? Is that
Oh,
Photoshop?
this Streamlabs. No, I'm just trying to throw up the gallery so I can click through them.
Oh, okay.
And Windows 10 gallery doesn't like to play with StreamYard for some reason.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. The old, like if I'm looking up TIFFs, the old fax viewer, photo and fax viewer, still embedded in here, but it'll only read files. So I can go through with TIFFs, but actually here it is. Now it's letting me look at it. Here, let's see if it'll share it. All right.
No, hey, that's one of the original ones. That's like that's number 1. That's way old. Yeah.
Let's see if it'll let me click through it here. Okay. Hey, look.
That's actually that's bad. Let's see, what was that? This one was 248. We actually got, yeah, we almost hit some landstones. That was 2010. So we were making fun of different stuff at that point.
And here's the penguins.
Yeah, here's just a lot of these were a lot of these were inspired just by random conversation, which is probably pretty obvious.
I like the penguin ones.
Yeah, they're pretty loved because they're kind of cute but evil. Also, this is one that me and Matt did actually. No puffing.
Yeah, this is one of mine.
This is a
Hey, actually, Metal's in the chat.
hey Metal, you want to come on?
Yeah, Calvary Collective said that he would love to, but he's studying, so he can't.
No,
So,
legit excuse.
and they're the two penguins, and that's all there is. Because like,
Those are the original designs right there. Those are original concepts right there. Dang.
Wow.
the site ended up going down, and like, I guess they're. Chris said they're on like a hard drive locked in his basement somewhere, but he hasn't found them since he moved.
Well, I hope they get found.
Yeah, I bug him every once in a while.
I think they make a great coffee table book, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, me too. You know,
Those would be fun to check through and yeah, definitely look them over.
I would like to at least, you know, the Adventures in Candyland, or however, what was the title? It was
I think it was the Candyland Wars.
Candyland Wars, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Those would be fun just alone in their own though, but because there was quite a few of those, and it was actually serialized almost. The only part of it.
Yeah, there's like 6 parts, and they all had like a Red Badge of Courage kind of purple prose thing going on with them.
Yeah, he was writing like back to family and stuff about like, you know, his adventures. Like one part there was it was funny, you know, I'd show like little gingerbread men with their arms and legs blown off or whatever else. It was gruesome but funny at the same time.
But you can get away with doing it with like stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's a little bit more comedic in its sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of makes me think of Shrek when they were torturing the gingerbread man.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind a lot. Like I was okay, the gingy little punk. So
Not my legs.
yeah. Oh, your legs. So
that's funny.
I'm sorry, Matt Reese, did you say the metal's coming on then, or
Yeah, I just sent him a link, so we'll see if he shows up or not.
going to show us the ways of the?
I'm not in charge of the metal. He does what he wants.
That's
That's what he
true.
wants. Whatever.
Okay, and here we go. We have some. Is that more that demon stuff you have going on there, Reese?
Yeah, that's what it is.
witchcraft?
This is the cover for Game Boy Into the Wild Blue Internet, and I'm modifying the cover for the story to be the cover for the EP, which I'm hopefully going to get up on the shop tonight since we have a shop.
Woo. Sweet.
The thing I was working on is this is the backside or the track listing for it. And that's what I was working on that other program. Because it manipulates stuff a little better. So I have this little monitor. It's got the track listings on it.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And it's a chiptune album that a guy called himself Spaghetti Lord put together for us. And we're going to be selling that and the that story as a combo pack. So it's like a 4-track EP and the a PDF of the webcomic story all together. So
Somebody wanted to work on a comic with me, like similar to that. He had made a zombie band that he made music for and everything. He wanted to do a comic about the members and stuff.
yeah,
Release the CDs and the comics together.
yeah, I think there's a real market for that. There was a band, I can't remember. Dan Connor did that same thing with I can't remember the name of the band. I've got the EP though. I picked it up, and Dan did the story for it.
Nice.
Animal and the something or other. I can't remember. I'd have to go look it up. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on there. This is, like I said, this is the B side image of the thing. It'd be like the inside of the liner or whatever, and it's got the track listing on it. And so then the cover is this. My son Taliesin actually drew the cover, and I colored it. So yeah, that's the ticket here.
Very nice.
Oh, hey, it's the medal.
Ahoy there.
Oh, what's going on? What's going
I'm
on?
actually gonna disappear for just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Woo-hoo! What's going on, Metal?
Oh, not much. I actually just got in not too long ago. I was out. I ate some dinner, but then it was before that I was out landscaping in the rain all day.
Oh,
Sounds like fun.
yeah,
Oh, it's great fun.
nice. How was it? I'm not sure where everyone's from. You Metal. So you haven't been affected by any fires or any smoke, right?
Oh, no. I'm in Texas, so there's just like a lot of desert
Mhm.
that has to be crossed by that.
That's what I thought.
And-
I don't think there's enough. Yeah, trees.
Well, I'm also like halfway in between that and where the hurricanes are. So I've just been getting like a nice drizzle, and it's been keeping all of those smoke clouds on the other side of the
Yeah,
country.
that's awesome. Chris knows around here. Sorry, Nicholas, I'm not sure where you're from, but around here, we're on the western side of Nebraska, so we're close enough to the Colorado and Wyoming. So we had some nice smoke last week, Chris, huh?
Yeah, it's still going pretty good because I'm mulling
Oh, yeah.
near Casper.
Casper, yeah.
It hit 10,000 acres.
Yep. And then, yeah, we're out in Washington, anything like that, so I'm not sure about you, Nick. Nicholas.
I'm in Wisconsin, so it's
You're good to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the side that's not burning.
Yeah.
Well, unless you count the riots, I
I'm going to say,
got a
yeah.
little bit of that going on.
You only have to deal with the riots, which is,
Yeah, I'm not too far from Kenosha, so that was kind of an
Oh, wow.
interesting few weeks.
Oh yeah.
yeah, no kidding.
So, and then Minneapolis is like I'm within a 3-hour time zone of each one of those
Oh, wow.
particular. So
So you have your own excitement right there. All right.
yeah, just crazy people.
Yeah, no, it's
Those are everywhere.
Yes, they are now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So you working on things right now, Metal, or you're just chilling, bud?
I'm kind of like transitioning into working on something.
Very nice. I'm trying to do that, but I'm just keep on getting distracted by I'm still coloring page 2 and 3, and I really need to move some. I've been working a lot. Last 5 days I worked. I don't know, a lot, and so I haven't had a chance to really knuckle down and get much of the pages done for ours. So
I should be
I'm
working.
doing
on
lecture
something
day the
right
next 3 days. I hope to get at least three to 4 pages done in the next 3 days. So
now. You can do it.
who can do it?
I should be working on something, but I'm not.
That's what happens when we have slackers like you around.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it.
Oh,
Someone's got to do nothing.
whatever.
Jeez.
Have you talked to your artist lady lately?
It's been about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still coming around, or?
I think so. Hope so.
Yeah. Right
I'll
on.
lose hope soon if I can't get an issue 2. It's been 2 years.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's going along just fine, man.
She's working on it, and that's good. It's progress.
Right. For sure.
As far as I know, I haven't lost any fans yet, so that's good.
You haven't what?
Lost any fans yet?
Well, me and Matt are still here, so.
I have more than just you.
Man, that's when I need some fans.
Yeah,
I
we do.
think I only have 130 people on my Facebook page, but they all liked it because they wanted to like it, not because I told them.
Right? That's nice. See, we were like begging our aunts and uncles, so. That's
I don't
just
know how I did it, but I did it. I mean, I did have support of 2 local comic stores when I launched.
that's true.
That helps.
You did strong arm 2 local comic stores. I remember.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
The hardest part is just getting your stuff out there and getting people to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had to. I was in Cheyenne when I did it, so I released at the Minicon, and then I talked to the 2 comic stores in Cheyenne. They're like, yeah, we'll carry it. And then they invited me to all their events for free comic book day and everything. So it kind of just took off.
Cool.
Yeah. Very nice.
They even paid for an ad in my first comic book and then provided bags and boards. It's like, sweet.
Which shop was that?
That was Griffin. Well,
Okay.
Olympus.
Yeah, heck
They
yeah.
had already become Olympus.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
They never got back to me when I asked them about carrying our books. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll get back to you. And I was like, okay.
Well, I hate to tell you, but that might tell you something. Maybe.
I just showed up with a stack of them and said, hey, can I put these on your shelf?
Yeah.
Were you also holding a gun at that same time?
No.
He's got much more.
But I was spending about $150 a week on comics at their shop.
Well, yeah. Got to keep the customer happy then. Yeah, we'll put your book up.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, sure, kid. Right there.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
For you guys that have actually put stuff in the shop, have you guys like seen a good investment in that, like a good return, like people have come back, or like what have you kind of seen in that area?
One of mine I seen but one of the stores did, but the other store they just kind of threw it in the cheap bin and no one ever got it. So
So it's just 50-50 for
I
you.
gotta be honest, I've bought my own comic out of the cheap bin.
I thought about taking them all because they had a big old sale and I went down there and seen them all in there. I was like, man, I'm gonna take these all back. What the hell?
I was like, I can get a better margin for this and sell it to somebody who wants it.
Right. Right.
But I'm just vain.
Was that well we were needing some too at that time, weren't we? So you just come, hey.
Where do you guys think shops will look like come this time next year?
Oof.
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard guess, man.
Yeah.
Windows with a for lease sign.
Probably.
I think it depends on like how they're running it, right? Because like that's one thing that like I think like
General
Kurt hit
hobby
nail
stores
on the
will
head
be fine.
when he on some of his videos. He's like, a lot of people that run comic shops, they're not really businessmen. They have a shop because they think it's cool, not because they know how to make the money.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the ones that carry more than just comics, they would probably be all right.
I think
Well,
so,
especially if they carry magic.
especially on what their how their model works. Like our shop, our local shop is actually a game store that sells comics, not a comic shop that sells games.
Yeah.
And I was in there talking to one of the partners today because she handles all the sales personally, all the pre-orders and stuff. And she's like, we're selling enough to keep buying them, so we're going to keep those open. But I'm sort of sick of everything, so I'm going to stop collecting. And I'm just like,
wow.
I don't blame her. I mean,
So
man,
I'm pretty much
just
stopped.
bunny
I haven't bought
books.
any I haven't bought any new comics for almost a year.
yeah, I don't. There's very few, the most I don't. Yeah, there's very few comics that I get. Most of them are just Kickstarters or indies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the big ones I grew up with loving. I'm pretty much over all their politics. So yeah.
Well, and for me, some of it's not even politics, right? Like there was some really fun, like lore stuff that was going on when the Rebirth, DC Rebirth happened.
That's where I went crazy.
Of course, I'm a DC boy, right? So like that's my whatever. But there's a lot of really fun stuff that's going with that. But then they just sort of like shot it all like right in the nuts, and it's just like.
I think
like,
I'm Batman instead went to episode RT.
I'm gonna self-immolate myself. Are we cool with that? Oh yeah, that's it. Hey, let's go ahead and let's get Tom King and Brian Michael Bendis in here to stoke the flames a little. Oh, right, great.
So you guys are a fan of Tom King, right? That's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. Anybody who can make every male character they write seem like a somebody who's about to get picked up from a bar after a nasty divorce when she left with the kids and the car.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yep.
It's gold. It's a very deep and complex world.
But he only knows how to write from self-experience. That's why.
Yeah.
He openly admits to that, doesn't he?
Jesus.
I don't know. Well, I think
I don't even care to follow that stuff that close
I
anymore.
don't think he says it's like his personal experience. I think it's sort of like He's talked about like growing up with like without his dad because his like dad went out to buy cigarettes and never came home, kind of a thing. And then he was a spy for a little while. So,
They never said how good of a spy he was, though. We should also say that.
probably yeah. He's not still at the CIA for whatever that's worth.
Right. Yeah. He's obviously not there for some reason.
As far as we know.
There we go.
Yeah, what if him destroying DC is just, all part of the CIA's espionage, trying to influence culture down the line?
I believe it.
I have so little trouble believing that. It's not even funny.
Well, if they're trying to destroy DC, I would almost argue that good on them, but also pointless.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Warner Brothers is going to kill it by themselves. It's fine.
Well, no kidding, huh?
They were almost ready to sell to Marvel last year. So you can't sell DC to Marvel. That don't make sense.
Well, back in the day, what's funny is back in the day, that stuff used to happen all the time before, like with Fawcett and all that stuff. But that was way before,
Yeah, Warner Brothers back in the 90s. Warner Brothers was positioned to purchase Marvel, and then they declared Chapter 11 to prevent them from being sold.
Oh, right. Can you imagine if Warner Bros. Did own DC and Marvel at the same time?
Be crazy.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe some big crossovers.
It might be amazing.
It'd be interesting.
It might also be awful. I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say, I really wonder what it would have been like, honestly. Like if they had absolved Marvel or what? Or
Absorbed.
Yeah, I think you absorbed, not absolved.
All I know is the Civil War storyline would have had a completely different meaning to it.
An actually worthwhile one, maybe?
I can't even process right now. God damn.
That'd be epic.
Civil War is such a crap fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so how about Cool Comics getting funded? All right. Do you have a link or anything like that we could drop into the chat for your Kickstarter at all there, Nicholas?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I can do that.
Thank you. Man. You guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hopefully I did that right.
Well, I will take a look in a second. I'm between tasks.
Somewhat of a YouTube, StreamYard, whatever you want to call it, novice.
Let's see here. I don't see it in the private chat.
I don't know anything about it. Just I get invited and I join.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
There it is. It usually lets me know when there's a thing there, but it didn't this time for whatever reason.
Oh, there's a comments and private chat. Oh my goodness. There's 2 buttons.
Yeah.
I did see that.
There we go.
Getting overwhelmed with the mighty number of 2.
I can barely count it.
Suddenly you think
Big things scare me, okay?
So when you're sitting there, you're thinking, I don't know, maybe I should be a socialist.
I don't know if we go that far.
You never know. You never know.
Sometimes you do.
Funded.
No, why aren't you? Okay, I know. Okay, what the heck? Do.
That looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to rotate the text so I can.
Well, that looks sweet too.
Oh,
But
wait.
I was talking about the Demon Hunter Raven thing. I was checking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Thank you.
That's definitely cooler.
No, I like them both.
They're both awesome in their different ways.
Right?
Spectacular. Yeah, thanks. I'm on a adrenaline crash now. Spent the whole afternoon. At least, well, I've spent the last 2 weeks basically trying to push it hard, and now I got to figure out how to kind of bridge that dead zone period that you get in a Kickstarter, and how to kind of keep people engaged still.
I thought I'd have to try go Kickstarter out at one time because I was going to pay an artist a lot of money to do a comic, but then I got lucky and found another artist.
Right. That's the hard part is kind of just creating awareness and anticipation for it, and
I feel like it'd be hard.
yeah. Well, and none of us are creating characters that have the longevity of like Batman. Like by the time we pass away, the characters probably won't leave beyond our passage and everything. But
We could hope, but
yeah. But seeing the way Batman's been treated, maybe I'm okay with it not going further.
that could be true.
Yeah, and a lot of that just has to do with kind of trying to figure out what that next stage holds. I think that's one thing that people I mean, like, Batman is the kind of character that has staying power, not just because he's cool or whatever, but because he's like mythic, right? So,
Yeah.
when you're looking at that kind of a thing, it suddenly takes on a different sort of weight.
Yeah. I mean, he is the urban legend. He is the
I'll be right
Nightmare in
back.
the Dark.
Everybody just disappears
One
slowly
after another.
from the group, and so all that's left is just me staring at my screen. That makes for the best television.
That's normal.
Yeah, that is true. It is fairly normal.
Just kidding. Let me see here.
He's only
Yeah,
half.
I don't know about everybody else, but my goal is to create modern mythology.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
we're really
shooting
on board
wall.
with that. As far as that being a goal, at least, when we started Ideal. In fact, if you go back and look at some of the stuff that I've added to the website this last week, because some of that stuff kind of talks about that. Because I've been digging through, rebuilding our archives and all kinds of stuff. I've just been going crazy once I got the keys to the back door.
Access. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see here.
Demon Hunter Raven.
Say it enough times and they'll show up.
Do I need to mirror it all?
Nah, he's lazy. He just kind of disappears.
He's-
He might
Like,
come with
yeah.
pizza. You never know.
Nice, man. You're killing it. You're getting. I don't know. You got a lot of time left to get this thing. You might. So you're gonna crash through double.
I hope so. Yeah, my goal is to just put out content and just keep kind of hammering that stuff out there, and just kind of use Kickstarter as a kind of a leveraging area just to kind of incentivize people. Like once we hit, if we God bless us, if we hit 7,000, I'll add another 20-page book to the deal. And
Oh yeah, man.
so I think just with what I have with Demon Hunter alone, I've got about close to 100 pages worth of content there.
Oh nice.
Yeah, I think I did all that just so far this year.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
I try not to hold too high of expectations because that can get you in trouble too. And just stay
Oh,
grounded.
I think we know about that here, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had our share of issues, but we've also had our share of just, I don't know, you just things, sometimes you have good expectations, you have too high expectations, a little bit of everything. So,
Right.
yeah. Okay, Kickstarter, you got an update, huh? Apparently I've been using you good lately. I've been buying a lot of, I follow, I'm friends with on here, on Facebook anyway on here.
Mhm.
With, what's Greg's last name? I forget, but he's a very veteran indie comic artist who was always live streaming on Facebook, and very nice dude. And he's always supporting somebody in different indie, different Kickstarters. So
Oh, okay.
his
Okay.
project, which is Greg Harms, is his name.
Sounds
And-
familiar.
Yeah, you should look him up. He's a real nice dude.
Greg Harms, you said?
Yep, HARMS.
Oh, he came up right away.
Yeah. And
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
I've seen some of his stuff, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has voodoo going on.
Oh man, that looks really cool.
I'm sorry, Mojo Risen Darkness. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know Pops off of Comic Related Madness. He does like a lot of shilling for people and stuff. Yeah, and he was like a huge motivator behind that and
okay.
everything. He's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, Pops is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Barry, I think I'm done with this CD cover image. What do you think?
I think it looks like crap. Do it again.
That's the sign. It's good. That's how
It looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty spot on.
awesome.
It looks very classic, like very classic indie '80s stuff. I'm not sure, almost punk rock.
Well, and that's and like I said, and like I've mentioned, it's a chiptune album, so that's perfect.
That's cool. It actually feels like you're walking with him as he's going into the computer. It's like it's got like this cool delusional effect to it.
That's awesome.
Delusional is right on, man.
That's what
Best way to be.
okay, I'm gonna go save it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make myself a zip file, and then we're gonna go ahead and import it to the shop.
Oh, Matt, Reese, do we have any? Do you have any spray paint? I know you're talking about like the punk rock look you wanted for the post. I have paint. I can paint over that stuff.
I've got actually back to that. I do have some spray paint. I'm not sure what colors we got.
Doesn't matter.
I also know that like I went looking for paper tape today.
Mhm.
See if we can get like that flat paper packing tape. And Staples has it, but only the brown stuff. They don't have any of the white stuff.
Hmm.
And I looked at Target while I was over that part of town. They didn't have anything but plastic tape. So just to be completely honest, to let everybody know what we're talking about, because it's interesting. So the MiniCon, High Plains MiniCon, coming up here in about a month, about 3 weeks, whatever. And we realized somehow we forgot to make posters for it. And we were invited to go get a table at the truck show here in Mitchell, which is like one town over from us. And so we need something to hand out. And so we've got leftover posters from last year that have the wrong date on them. So we were going to modify last year's posters because we didn't hand very many of them out at all. So we're like, can we do this quick?
Yeah, we use a lot of them for like just like decoration at the cons we went to and everything. So,
but we didn't hand very many out, so we have a bunch left. And so yeah, that's the ticket. But yeah, I can see what paint I have. Swing over. Are you off? Are you working tomorrow? Or are you off?
no, I'm good to go. Yeah. So,
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll bring some over after morning meeting.
very cool.
So yeah,
I just might wet brush them also, just to make them look like we'll see what we can do with it.
awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my screen.
Oh, for sure, you bitch.
I'm you can look at me while I'm looking at the screen, but it's not that interesting.
I'm just gonna stare at you.
I've been wanting to tell you that for a long time. It's glad you admitted it yourself.
Well,
Not
you know,
very interesting, but
you can't hide what's inside. That's just the way it is. So
Things.
I thought Reese was interesting.
What was that, Chris?
But I always thought Reese was interesting.
You poor sweet soul, you.
Remember when I met him? He was my victim at the haunted house.
that's true. That is true.
Back in the day.
I locked him up.
Save as.
We're hoping to bring that back this year.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. That's really cool. Good for you. Who's all doing that exactly?
I don't know.
Okay.
we're probably gonna need some help and stuff because we weren't really expecting it, but then something kind of fell into our lap that we're like, hey, we might be able to do the haunted house with this, and so
Okay.
it might
Yeah,
come together quick.
Someone was working on that, so yeah, it's really good. Good for you guys.
it'll be great. And we did it for 10 years before we had
Oh
to stop.
yeah, it was something that was live and active by the community. People would put that on, so it was real
Actually, what I think is kind of neat is it started from the underground, so it started from that kind of youth
Right.
program, and
Right.
we're actually going to use it down here to raise money for a new youth center here in Minnetonka. So
Oh, cool.
okay.
That's actually really cool, man.
go back to its roots.
Dude, I seriously like this is not even like
Gosh dang it.
like it's like every like couple of months I run into somebody who's like, hey, you're that Reese from the underground, right? Why isn't that happening anymore? I was like, because you won't run it.
Right?
Oh,
I didn't even know your name wasn't Reese till like 3 years ago or something.
That's all I ever used to call him. I know, right?
Wait.
it's because I was I have a whole speech about that. So I was born in 78, right? And my mom wanted to give me a name that wasn't too weird, but also was kind of different. And so she didn't know any Matthews, so she thought Matthew, but everyone knows the name Matthew, so she thought that would be a good fit. So she named me Matthew. And but the funny thing is that year in 77, 78, and 79, millions of women across the US and Canada had the exact same idea. And Matthew was the number 3 name for boys born in those years.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's coincidences like that happen all the time. But yeah, Matt growing up, Matthew was a very, very common name for me.
Oh yeah. Tons of.
Which is better than having a weird name, because I'll tell you, growing up, I knew no Barrys. When Barry Sanders was a big time athlete and Barry Bonds were a big time, I was like happy with that. Cause I wasn't a nerd or an outstanding anymore.
I'm pretty sure you're still the only Barry I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's okay.
I think you're one of like 5 that I know.
Dang.
I can't think of any Barrys that I would know besides Barry from The Flash.
Yeah, Barry Allen.
Barry
Yeah.
Allen.
Yeah.
That don't count. You don't know him.
You don't know me. Maybe I do.
Maybe you do know him.
Maybe I'm a little mental.
No.
I talk to the Flash all the time.
Maybe. But maybe it's starting to disappear.
Does come and go.
The Flash is my favorite character.
Oh, is it really?
It's a Barry. Yeah, the Flash is my favorite.
What do you think of the Flash TV show?
I actually like it. I
Yeah.
wasn't so sure at first, but then my brother-in-law was watching the Arrow and I saw a crossover, and I was like, well, now I got to kind of check that out. Yeah, it's good.
I like the first few seasons of both those shows a lot. I just got
I like how the original Flash TV show guy was like his dad and stuff. That's awesome.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
really
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, John Wesley Shipp does not get the credit he deserves,
No, he doesn't.
or he didn't anyway. Back in the day,
well. That whole show was was not bad for the small time production that it was.
I liked it.
Yeah, anyone that was a comic book fan or anything like that was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!" Especially if
Of
you're a
course,
kid.
I watched it way after it came out, but
Yeah, you.
So, anyway, in other news, I don't
Oh,
know.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have
good news.
if you guys saw I can't remember what I was talking about. Thoughts.
I honestly, I did not see that, but I am interested. I am riveted right now.
I don't remember what it was.
You know how to build up
Something about the green or something about the
Green Arrow,
No, that wasn't it.
Green Hornet?
I can't remember.
Green Lantern.
I think I just said Green Hornet because I was getting ready to. Well, actually, I'll just show you here what I was.
Is it that Supergirl finally got canceled?
That's awesome.
I don't know for good or for evil sometimes, but yeah.
You guys are a fan of Supergirl, I take it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Not at first, until the CW took it.
What's this crap I'm looking at, Matt?
This is our website, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. It looks beautiful.
It's a really old post.
The exact
This is
response you want to
probably-
hear.
This is probably why
Throwbacks.
I got hung up on the word green and forgot what I was, because I was flipping over to this to show off something. I can't remember what it was. And here's Ron Fortier, who wrote the Green Hornet back in the 90s. And he's been a guest at our con a couple of times. He wants to come this year, but he can't for COVID reasons.
I got his autograph that first year.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably what got me hung up on the word green. So this
Oh.
is yeah. But no, I was gonna talk. I think I was gonna talk about some of the stuff I've done on the website to show off. We've got our encyclopedia sort of kind of back. I haven't figured out how to put them in alphabetically, so they're just in here by the date they were entered. But we've got a bunch of our character bios. We did a bunch of coloring. Actually, I'm really tickled with this one here. So the Savage Norseman with these sketches Levi Irwin did for us years ago, and I had colored this one. And then just last night I did this one.
I do like the Savage Horseman.
Savage Norseman's pretty awesome.
Those Norsemen are losers.
So
That's uncalled for.
Or Savage Norsemen.
I got my
but
hammer
yes,
right here.
we've got some of our other character bios here for some of our other characters in the universe.
Where's the important one?
Which one's that?
The chips. The
Exposition
chip. The
Which
what
one?
one?
Yeah, I saw this
Exposition.
stuff because you tweeted Boone's profile at me
Yeah, yeah.
this morning.
You were talking about how Boone's your favorite, and I was like, hey, look, it's Boone.
Yeah, I do like Boone. He's a good character.
Yeah, he's a great character. I love him.
The Expositioner is my favorite.
Yeah, X isn't up there yet because first of all, I was just going through and like kind of wanted to timing him. And I haven't gotten that all put together yet. But yeah, also we have a store. You can buy mini comics or buy digitals. Zing 1 and 2 for $2 a piece,
Nice.
which is half price, by the way, in case you're wondering about. $2 is a lot for a digital comic. Well, it's 64 pages, cheapskate, and it's half price of our print copies. So, and we've also got the 7 feats of the Savage Norseman, which I'm pretty tickled about. But yeah,
So tell me about the Savage Norseman, Reese. He looks really savage.
he is. And so what it is this. And you look at the cover, you see this kid here. This is Sven, and Sven's just a kid, and
With a weird name.
yeah, Sven. Yeah, he's
So that's a very common name for people of his type.
that's
No.
true.
It's-
Uh,
His type, huh? What were we talking about? We profiling?
Michiganders.
Come on, metal.
Yeah,
Very common for Michiganders. But no, so Sven is he's just a kid who goes to this Ren fair on the Copper Peninsula there in the UP of Michigan, and he gets bullied by some people, and he gets sent on this quest to do these 7 mighty feats. And when he accomplishes these 7 mighty feats, he's awarded with this cudgel, and it turns him into the Savage Norseman. Becomes a superhero.
Okay.
So yeah, this
That's
is
cool. So do they mean to?
no. The wizard who gives it to him has no idea what it really is.
So take this stick.
So he's not much of a wizard then.
No, he's not. Have you not read the comic, Barry? Come on.
I'm doing this is anyway, let's move on to somebody else who's a better host.
All right, Barry.
Yeah.
All right, so Nicholas,
Hey, look.
tell me about the DHR early bird bundle special and why should I buy that?
Well, it's a 24-hour deal only. It's got all 3 chapters that are completed right now or in process of completion. And as of tomorrow, you will go up to the $30. That's including shipping on top of it. So you're going to save $10 right now. You'll get all, and also it will lose a few perks on top of it because right now the early bird has 3 books and then all 6 PDFs that you can't get tomorrow. It will only go down to 3 PDFs and 3 books. So if you want to sample more of the product and more of the other stuff that I have, it's just a larger collection of stuff for like $20.
Okay.
And then if we hit all our goals, there'll be another $20, another 20-page comic that will come along with that as well. So
Very nice. I'm trying to make my decision right now.
No rush. No rush. Well, I mean, you got
Well, I had
20 more hours.
Yeah.
Sure, 20 more hours.
You better go do it now.
Just 20 hours, right?
Yeah, I think so. I have it ending at about 7 o'clock tomorrow, so it's a little bit longer than 24 because I
Okay.
figured some people may not learn about this until 9 o'clock at night. So
That's true.
I think I give a little bit of leeway.
Right.
So it's named. It's 24 hours in name only.
It's now.
She just said 24-ish.
It's just kind of,
24-ish.
yeah.
Yeah. So just a kind of a special discount for 1 day backers.
Okay.
But that ended up being like a great incentive to have people come in and kind of feel like they need to get on top of it right away.
Excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
work. Those legit, I will always catch myself now, Barry. You have to look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you have to look at the different perks and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah, because this one I'm going to eat the shipping on a little bit. But the people that miss out on it tomorrow, they get to eat the shipping. So
Well, then I better be careful there.
So you got to really. There's a lot of backers for tomorrow, then.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad for like the first 6 hours. I think we're under.
Yeah.
Something like that. So
No, that's it's great, man. Like when you're almost 200% funded.
yeah. And I really wanted to go after the regs style of funding where you set your bottom line of $500. You guarantee the readers and the backers that this is something that you're serious about and you're not looking for like a large goal. And I don't have an art team, so it's
Right.
a little different. I've paid out of pocket for
Right?
yeah, I did all of it.
Yeah.
I just hired Matthew Weldon to do the cover for me.
Okay.
Because when I saw a few renditions of Raven from him, I was like, yeah, no, I've got to get him. And,
Right on.
so and he's
I
awesome to
feel
talk
like
to.
that's how everybody thinks whenever they see Weldon do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And then when the next issue of Punchline comes out by him, Raven will be kind of like a background character, he said, apparently.
Nice.
So when he was doing that whole entire like collage with all the indie curators and everything, I was chatting with him a little bit. He's like, yeah, I put him in the book. I was like, what? Oh, seriously? That's awesome. So
Nice. That is
So-
very-
I got to brag on something, Barry. I went through and redid Game Boy's profile,
yeah.
and with this new format, it looks real. I mean, you kind of got to add more pictures to it, so I did. Got Game Boy sticking.
I
His
like
head.
that. I like the old school Nintendo, almost DOS.
Yeah, over here.
Yep. Looks
Yeah.
good. That should be his profile.
Yeah, that was fun. So
I like it a lot.
that was fun. So for anybody who doesn't know, Game Boy is sort of our Peter Pan of the internet from Force of Good and Evil. He can live in machines, and he's interfaced, so he can control them on a subconscious level. So,
Oh,
That's
yes,
actually
I've
pretty
had some
cool.
interactions with him.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I've had some interactions with him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have. He's on Twitter too. You can follow him on Twitter.
Is he nice? Is he a jerk?
He's a jerk.
I am not surprised.
He's eternally 14. What do you think, Barry?
I've known some 14-year-olds who are pretty nice.
But eternally 14-year-olds?
It's a pretty sweet gig. I don't know.
I mean, you related him to Peter Pan, who's kind of a jerk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It depends on which iteration we're dealing with.
that's true.
Any
most
of them.
it is.
Metal's like all of them. They're all dicks.
That is the worst.
Forever.
Kill
Kill
that.
dick.
That Peter Pan's the devil.
Peter Pan is the worst. Don't at me.
Everyone.
Oh, you wait till the hate comments you get tomorrow.
So
You're gonna get canceled.
Right?
I'm excited. I've been tickled with how well this thing's coming together. So yeah, if you actually go on to our as far as looking at this, Nick, if you go back to the bottom here to page 4, which it's not full, right? The oldest post I have up there is from 2007.
Is that the third Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Holy cow.
This is a review that Chris wrote, and Chris and our former acquaintance Jesse and I all went to see Spider-Man first.
Oh man, I wish I still got my money back from that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
terrible.
you can check out the website and see what Chris thinks of it
I
or thought of it in 2000.
thought of it.
I hope
I'm
it
gonna
was
check that out.
Was it accurate? Was it apt?
It was funny.
Okay. I didn't even watch all that movie. Like I didn't go to it when it came out, and
Well,
I
and
heard it's crap from you guys. I think I had to work
Yeah.
a lot at that weekend. I think, and so
well, that was before you that was before you moved back. That was just when
no, that was like a year after. That was 2007, bro. I was here.
were you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was here in
I thought you came down in 08.
no
I worked with Barry.
July of 06, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been at my company for
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because
I was
that's right.
I worked with Barry around that time.
You know, you have to be right because in 06 is when we started working on Zing 1 and we finished it in 07 and you were late, so you're not in it
yes.
or weren't in the original version.
Yeah.
He is in the new version, which you can get by go over here to the store link and you can check it out. It's right here, Zing 1.
Now,
I have one of
I
those.
love how this site still holds a sort of a feel of like what comics were like at that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about how things have switched over to Webtoon and the sort of audience change that has happened with that?
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out.
It's so weird.
Yeah, man.
Downloaded
I remember
it.
like 8-Bit Theater and all those guys used to be my favorite back in the day. So
Yeah, and they're not a thing anymore.
sure, yeah. Well, he just I don't know if he even I know he quit. Like he stopped. He lost interest in it. I don't know what he's even gone on to do since then. But yeah, it's way different now. And honestly, like I said, like unless it's Kickstarter or like indie made paper, I haven't followed many webtoon stuff anymore. And I want to actually.
I've been on Webtoons. I've got an account. I really like the technology there.
Mhm.
The fact that auto saves your place, so you can like just check out a bunch of stuff and read them as you see like you want to, and then, whatever. I think that's really cool.
Mm.
So, but as far as the rest of that, I don't know.
I actually didn't even know what Webtoons was until like last week, and I downloaded it on my phone.
I'm on Webtoon. I refuse to change my format for it, but I'm on there.
Yeah, that's actually where I'm at too. We're gonna probably after the minicon, once I've got that Rapunzel story finished, I will go ahead and start coloring our archives and putting them up on Webtoon. Because Forces, the beginning of it is all black and white. Because Chris and I, suck. And, not this Chris. This Chris is great.
Well, this Chris sucks too.
Chris, well, yeah, his art is not great, but
He's like,
My third grader could probably draw better than me.
yeah, actually, your third grader's got some skills, man.
dude, we're gonna have to hire him for
You need
cookies.
to crack that whip. I mean, that's like you guys just saw that cover I was working. That was my 17-year-old did that when he was 15.
Mm.
So, or maybe he was,
My fifth grader's getting good.
yeah.
Yeah, his
The
stuff.
third grader he's got an eye.
I keep trying to tell him to get a little bit better, and we'll do a comic together.
Yeah.
What happened to his other eye?
It's not that good with art. He has to
Got you.
pinch the one down and he can draw really well. But if they're both open, it's not that great.
They're only both open for Fortnite.
So let's see here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't get that, Gene. My dad can draw really well. My sister can, but no, I didn't get that.
Yeah, my
I'll just stick with writing.
Tolly's really good. So
Yeah, he is. He's got that. He loves manga, or I don't know if he likes manga, but he likes anime for sure, and he definitely has it. It reflects in his work a lot.
we have a few manga. He likes making comics more than likes reading them, though. I mean, that's the funny thing is he'll read a comic, but like he draws every day almost.
Yeah,
Even if it's not comics, he'll like draw things in between things, and he does over on Facebook. He does like a once weekly Super Smash Brothers comedy comic. that he draws on paper, photographs with his phone, and uploads. So,
Oh man, dude, I love Smash Brothers. I need to see that.
yeah, he's got a. It's all like gags.
That's
Smash
cool.
gags. It's hilarious.
I've played too much Smash Brothers.
Smash Bros is great. Haven't played it for years though.
Yeah, I don't really care for like
That's a
beat 'em
good one.
ups, so they're not my thing. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell anyone who does like them is like a bad person or something. It's not like that kind of an opinion, but it's not
Yes,
my.
if you couldn't tell from my animated avatar, I like fighting games and beat 'em ups.
Right? Oh yeah.
I kind of used to when I was younger, but I think I just never like could progress. So like, you know, like when Street Fighter 2 came out, like, you know, that we all, you know, like spent way too much time doing that, but like everybody else got better except me. And eventually I was like, I don't think I like losing that much. Maybe I'll go find something to do that doesn't make me feel
You feel old. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yep.
that is
We
true.
need to bring those back.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but I can say I'm the same way. I'll occasionally read a comic or whatever. I do enjoy the stories, but I much prefer creating them than I do reading them.
Mhm.
In fact, I'd rather see an animated version of a comic than actually sit down and read it.
There are lots. I mean, and I'm pretty much. I enjoy reading them as much as not, but I sure don't do that as much as not. You know what I mean? That's just one of those things where like I enjoy it, but it does not work out like I want.
I think even mainstream creators have said that, like, when you're doing that for a living or you're doing that constantly, the ability to enjoy the other side of it kind of gets harder, or you're just
For me, it's not that I don't enjoy it; it's that I feel guilty. Like even like I got Bigfoot Bill in the post, and I reread the first volume, and I'm like, man, I really didn't enjoy it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, that hour I spend reading that, I should be working on my comics. I should be working on other stuff. So
right.
So yeah, I feel that anxiety all the time. Even when I'm out doing something else, if it's not something that needs to be done, I'm like, I could be home working on something.
yeah, I have comics to make. Why am I grocery shopping? This is stupid.
I'm not that bad because I love food.
Food's overrated.
But yeah, like, no, I definitely feel
Just
like
fill
I
pages.
can't play games. And I'm a pretty big gamer, and I don't enjoy them very much if I haven't been very productive that day already. Like if it's 9 or 10 o'clock and I've done a page or two, I can sit down and maybe relax with whatever, you know, some Elder Scrolls or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like my former roommate's mom just died, so a bunch of us got together to go hang out with him. And we were all playing Smash Brothers, but it's probably the first time I've played the game since February. So everybody was kicking my butt. And I'm not bad at the game, but if you don't play it all the time,
Oh yeah. And there's a good, from what I understand, there's a good learning curve. There's a nice curve there. So.
yeah, especially because we play with competitive rules too. So like items off and certain stages, stock count and stuff, dunking each other off the side of the stage.
The only game I could jump into, no matter how many years it's been, and still be good, is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah, like that's actually a game I never played. I haven't played Call of Duty since like early 2000s.
Because like Black Ops 3, I stopped playing for like 2 years, and then jumped back on and still was up there where I was at before. I was like, all right.
Yeah, every once in a while, I had buddies that talked me to getting that this year.
But
And,
game like Smash Brothers, nope.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I need to get a Nintendo. There's a lot of good games on there I want to play. Even just,
Oh, the Switch is so good.
yeah,
I neglected my Switch for a long time, and I saw all the JRPG remakes happening and all that kind of stuff that I've been missing out on. I'm like, man, I need to get my system out and start playing this. And
yeah. I heard like there's rumors about like a Switch Pro they're talking about or something like that. So
Yeah, like a new Nintendo Switch 4K. And I
yeah,
think
Oh, wow.
it was an EU company accidentally leaked it.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all
So,
kinds of talk about
I'm-
that. They said it might not dock or anything too. Now it just stays on the. It's like actual console.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, so there's a couple of games. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan since the ones they brought onto the DS
Oh yeah,
5 years back or so.
I have the newest Fire Emblem. It's
Is
amazing.
it pretty dope? Yeah, I
love
heard.
it.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. So,
I didn't know you were a fan of that.
and I'm trying to make my own RPG like that. I don't know if it's gonna be as fancy. I need to hit up Metal sometime because teach me.
Oh yeah, for the sprites. I actually started working on Matt Crotch sprites. I've been a little busy, so I didn't finish. But it turned out I was making way more than he wanted anyway. And I was showing him. I was like, "Yeah, I've got the outlines done for like everything in the sheet, all the like the black pixels. I just have to fill it in with the color." And I showed him what I got. And it's like, "Oh, I'm not actually ever planning to do a game with this. I just want some promotional stuff. Can you just do like?" 2 gifs of the 2 characters walking forward and also walking to the side. I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
Yes, I remember I asked Barry a year or so ago if he does any of that kind of art because I was gonna do a Pokemon ROM hack.
That's sweet. Yeah, this dude, look at Metal stuff, man. Like, I need him to teach me how to do this. I was gonna ask you, Metal, is it better for me just to jump in because I've bought those games and I'm like, I've been pulling the image files off that they use and just put them on my, I'm using Procreate, right? So just checking the sizes out that way.
Well, did you use the site that I dropped last time?
No.
Oh, because I dropped the
Do
site.
you have that? Because I didn't.
I'll DM it to you personally instead of
Thank you,
dropping it in the chat.
Yeah, I
It's
wanna
the
see that.
Spriders Resource. It's a really good site. It's got like all that stuff on there.
Oh hell yeah.
Sprite resource.
Yeah, and Matt's like, I'm sure Matt's like congratulating, like listening to this because he's like, dude, stop worrying about your game and art.
Coloring book.
Or that. I actually had somebody ask me about that the other day. One of the gals that was like, she's followed us a little bit for a while, and she's like, you're gonna do that coloring book because I like coloring books. And I'm like, shut up, Tanya.
I was just part of a coloring book that came out like last week.
This was back in the day, a few years ago. Do you mind me telling you, Barry? I
4
don't
years ago, man.
know grapes, but because it's not a day. It gets done when it gets done. I don't care, but it's a funny story. I think
It is in a way. It's a frustratingly funny story.
so. We were at a con and we were wanting some more product for the table. And Barry's like, "Do you have anything you think you can draw quick? That's like big drawings." And I said, "Okay, I have this idea for a coloring book adventure. It's like an adult coloring book, and it's just all like full page spreads, a single images." And he's like, "That sounds great." So I write up the story and I throw it at him, and he's like, "This is great." And we talk character designs and throw out ideas, and this is great. And I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you what happened. I did not say it's great ever once. I was like,
Barry wasn't great.
crap. We need a page 1 rewrite. And then I would do art, and Matt said that was crap. We need page 1 redraw.
That's not what happened.
And we went back and forth for 4 years since then. So that's where we're at. So far, it's crap.
That didn't.
So Metal, how long does it take you to make one of those sprite animations or pixel animations? I'm correct terminology.
Okay. Well, it depends. That one particularly, I had to do a lot of other stuff, so it was stretched off a couple sessions. But that is 12 sprites that are about 70 pixels tall by 50-ish pixels wide. And I think that one probably took me 4 hours to make.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, the bigger sprites like that, like modern beat 'em ups or fighting game sprites, take a lot longer to make than say like a Final Fantasy character sprite. Those things you pump out like really fast because I think Final Fantasy VI, which is the one I was working for Matt Krotz, 24 pixels tall. Like it's and they're really simple. They fit within a specific bounding box, and they all have like shared poses, so you're just really trying to make the character look like they're supposed to be in that same pose. And it's pretty easy to pump those ones out. I think the ones I made for him, I did 3 sample animations in 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Metal. So, I'm sorry. Were you still going, Nick?
Oh yeah, I just had a quick question. So what software do you use then I'm assuming you make games on the site, or you're at least attempting to?
Not yet. I might get into it. I've always been more in the art side of things.
Oh, okay.
Like back in the when I was in high school in the late aughts, I would do stuff on like forums and DeviantArt, and I'd make sprites for people who were either modding games or doing
Right.
like animations for Newgrounds or stuff like that.
Okay. Because at some point I want to look into doing like a mobile style beat 'em up, like punch 'em style with Demon Hunter Raven.
Oh,
And,
sweet.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Kind of almost like a Double Dragon sort of style.
Oh my god. That's so
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, I actually want to do that too for my site X Dynamis Chaos and the webcomic that I run.
Cool. So maybe I'll have to hit you up sometime here and chat it up a little bit.
I want to fanboy so much about Double Dragon now.
With
For
Jimmy
real.
and Bimmy.
Yeah, we've
Billy.
talked about doing games for years.
That's hard now because it's like be able to get it onto like a mobile app and stuff like that. I'm not particularly. I'm pretty newbie when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of engines that do most of the work for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like Game Maker Studio, or actually, there's another one that I think it might be on sale today.
Is that the
So
Pixel?
let me go put it in the chat real quick. The Pixel one.
Yeah, dude, I was
Okay.
going to ask you about that. It's on sale. It's like 60% off.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not a programmer or anything like that, but it was recommended to me by somebody who is that I trust.
Okay. And so he
Yeah.
says you can do that with that, because that was my question to you, because
Oh, if you look on the Steam page for it, right?
Yeah.
And then you drop down, they have some like animated GIFs of samples, and a beat 'em up was one of the samples that they showed.
ooh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then don't you also have to pay like some sort of fee to get it onto the systems, onto the mobile apps and everything, so that it can be used by actual users and stuff? Because I know that they charge it like, I don't want to say like an annual fee or something, but it's
Like, I don't think so. I think,
I
once you're making, like, I'm not sure. I'm not that familiar. I
Yeah.
just know that you.
I think most of them you can create a developer profile for free.
Yeah, it depends on the store. A lot of them
Okay.
let you host it for free.
Yeah.
If you want to host something like you don't care as much for mobile and it's fine on computer on Steam, Steam just takes like, they take a big cut too, but it's like 30% of the profits.
oh, okay.
It's bigger than most things, but like it's really easy to get stuff on the Switch now. I believe that one particularly, I left the link in the private chat. The Pixel Game Maker does let you port stuff onto the Switch. They take like 11% at tops.
Okay.
And that's scaled based off of like the company size and what your expected revenue is. They'll go down to like 8% of the revenue.
Mhm.
So it's like the Nintendo is very lenient and
That's pretty
flexible
nice.
when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, the Switch-
Okay, well, Matt, I'm going to finish the comic tonight, and I'm going to get going on this video game stuff. And he's like, yeah,
I
shut
don't
up.
need no stinking
He's like, give
credit.
me my comic books.
Product. That's the thing right now.
I need product. I ain't gonna have nothing.
Plus, then you have to think about the harder assets to make. Like, where are you going to get all the music from?
Yeah.
Just make it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Just a bunch of mouth sounds. Booty. boop.
Yeah, just to sit here and hum the music the entire time, multi-track.
There could be some games that could get away with that if they're like comedy based and stuff.
True.
Could see that working.
Okay.
Oh, like South Park, the South Park Stick of Truth, and they've got like little choirs playing it sometimes and stuff. That game is so good.
Yeah, I was very surprised at that game when I first played it. I was like, wow, this is way better than I thought. It was impressive.
Yeah, you wouldn't really peg South Park to be an actual like good game and stuff like that. It wouldn't be something you'd go around toting.
I would say its
Yeah, I
past wasn't
expect-
very good. So most of the games that came out for that thing back in the day was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Thanksgiving one where you hunt turkeys and stuff with plungers, and it was weird. It's quiet. Too quiet.
Sorry. Matt, say something.
Well, I'm
Actually,
putting
never
stuff up on the store. I'm adding stuff to the store, man.
Oh, that's what you're diligently doing.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm working too.
I came here to work, man.
This is social hour, Matthew.
Social hour.
Social hour.
Okay.
Well, it's an hour 20 minutes now, so the social hour.
Power hour. There we go.
Power. That's awesome. Do you have power?
I haven't even been
Brainstorm
checking the
session.
chat, so I don't know if anyone shows up. And
Oh,
no, nobody's there talking.
sorry, people. If you show up in our
There are
night,
some people that are
we
watching.
nice.
It could be. I know it's one's probably Barry.
Just
I think I still have it up in my other browser.
I would.
Yeah, I do.
It's probably just us. We're just watching ourselves.
Watching ourselves.
Mhm. As we do. That Barry dude, he's a jerk. I'm turning off.
Yeah. Actually, it was really funny on Monday. It was only Tuesday, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Must be Splodin Tuesday.
Gosh, dang it. I just need
Loading Tuesday.
well, after Taco Tuesday, that's what you do for Tuesday night.
It's an 8-bit theater reference. I actually make 8-bit theater references all the time in my daily life, and nobody ever gets them.
That was the first webcomic I ever read. I love that webcomic.
I think the
I'm
first
pretty
webcomic
sure-
I ever read was PvP.
Black Mage was the only one that was worthwhile. Just kidding. It was probably White Mage, and then the rest of them were just nutcases.
I got hooked on that one, and Looking for Group was a really good one too.
Oh yeah, I used to like Looking for Group, especially like the animated stuff that would come out of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to watch some reviews on this because I already have like 1 billion for RPG Maker. I need to watch some on Pixel Maker.
Yeah, I don't think I remember.
The only problem with 8-bit theater Looking for Group is that Black Mage and Richard were basically the same character.
right?
Well, like, I don't know if you guys have ever D&D, but there's always that player is legit. Like
There's
that's
always that Black Mage.
there's always that mage or that yeah. I mean, the first time for me anyway, because like I was new to the whole experience of D&D and stuff. It was something I always wanted, but in the community that I grew up in, I was like one of the very few nerds. And so when I moved out here, I was like, all right, nerds, and let's play D&D and stuff. And Reese can speak to this. And he was part of one of my first campaigns. And so one of the guys that we don't really like to deal with too much anymore, he was playing a mage.
Oh man, he was the worst.
He was very much Black Mage because that was who he was like in real life.
That's very true.
Yeah, like you take that person, which it's funny in a vacuum, right? It's funny on stage and stuff like that. But if you know this guy and if you know how it is, it's not so funny sometimes.
That's usually me, but instead of mage, I'm playing cleric.
Ah,
It's also
I'm
it's
always
especially
around to see-
irritating when the guy decides to light his real life on fire.
figuratively, but yes, completely.
I always played like a half-elf thief.
Why are you guys all upset? I like the flames.
Yeah, let's move on from that
I
anyway.
don't.
Go away.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. I like every type of game. And I try to play different. Like I was with one that just because of my job, they were always doing streams on Saturday, and they would do on Twitch, and it was a real fun time. And we were playing Pathfinder, and I was running a Catfolk sorcerer, which I had never played anything that was caster of any type. So it was a big old learning experience for me, but it was really fun. And I was usually I'm like I don't know. I try to do something different every time, but yeah, it was fun. And I was a thief, so I was kind of like playing almost like a Khajiit from Elder Scrolls,
Nice.
sorcerer, kind of goofy guy that was like to steal shiny stuff and stuff. So yeah, it was fun, but playing those roles, I like to mix them up for sure.
Yeah, I would probably play more different things if I was usually the player. Most of the time, though, I either play as like a paladin or cleric because I can't rely on other people to heal me. But more often than not, I'm actually Mr. World Builder here. I'm the guy DMing.
Ah, okay.
I've DM'd far more times than I've actually played the game.
Nice.
It's probably even for me, honestly. I've probably
The boys still playing a bit.
yeah, oh yeah, they play way more often than I do these days. They've got 2 groups weekly. They've got one D&D that they do over the internet with some friends, and then they've got they meet live to do like Savage Worlds or something.
I'm almost ready for my Shadowrun campaign.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm surprised you keep bothering me every week. Ready yet? You ready yet?
Hey, I just need you to learn up. You know.
I gotta get them 36 6-sided dice.
No, you don't. You just use an internet app like the rest of us.
That's
not fun.
I was waiting for some haters, for some true D&D fans.
I have
The last campaign I played, when I would use like harm at the end of the game, we had to use all like 14 die to do it. Had to roll it by hand.
So honestly, I got 150 board games and some really nice dice trays and stuff. I'm rolling dice.
All right, I think I gotta head out. I gotta get ready for tomorrow still. So
I was just going to do the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man.
yeah, thanks for inviting me. This was cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
We do this every week.
Shoot me a link, and I could probably jump on here and there and randomly.
Cool, man. Thank you very much, Nicholas.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys, and
Good meeting you, man.
Congratulations,
Yeah, it was
man.
nice meeting you.
Yeah.
thank you very much. Shoot me on
Looking forward
Twitter.
to
I'm trying to
seeing
look
some
for you guys, or if you're on Facebook, just shoot me a message and let's keep chatting and stuff.
Heck yeah.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
I'm on Twitter. See you.
Cool guy.
Yes,
He did the whole book himself. That's pretty good.
yes, it is.
Jesus, I need to get on Twitter more often. Matt, what is wrong with you? Thank you, Metal, for the tweet, for the
The link, yeah.
link, bro. So on Twitter, Matt, is he just the Raven or
It's let me look it up here.
no? Wow, there's a lot of something the Raven. Huh. A lot of Poe fans out there, maybe? I don't know.
Poe's good.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. There could be a lot of DC fans out there.
Yeah, there's a sketch art.
So I'm in the cult of Raven, so
Is that still a thing?
Do you
apparently.
like get benefits with that stuff or what?
No, you just have to admit that you're in something called the Cult of Raven.
Makes
It's
you
like
jump
shame,
out.
but
It
different.
is.
It's like shame, but fair enough. Fair enough.
Here's his
It's
Twitter.
actually what we just released that coloring book under too. Was the
Oh,
cult
yeah?
of Raven. Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, here's Nick's Twitter handle up there.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 2 people watching now, so we absolutely were.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I shut mine off.
Oh, I've got to write the copy for this product now.
Sounds like fun.
Or the opposite of fun.
I don't know what that is. Not fun.
Work.
Yeah, I like my work. It's kind of fun. I'm a residential fiber technician.
There we go.
found him, followed him. I don't even think I follow you guys on Twitter.
I didn't know you were on Twitter.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Nah.
I know you mentioned you don't usually do Twitter, but
I try. I
Yeah.
have Z-Bytes has a Twitter and I have a Twitter.
oh, really?
Ah, well then.
We ought to be linking those up
Years.
so we can go ahead and do that the marketing thing with Ideal.
See, senor.
I don't remember his last name.
Who?
Character. I'm blanking.
Is it at bytes_Z?
I think so. Well, you gotta quiz me. Told you I don't do it very often. Double checking right now.
Oh yeah. I clicked on one of the links and it went straight to your site.
All right.
Derp.
I get too overwhelmed with Twitter, so sometimes it's just hard.
Yeah,
to
right.
Yeah, it's a cesspool.
I think that's why I like it.
I'm still on the situation like that. There are just people that I want to keep in contact with who don't do anything really social media other than that. So like,
Well, see, that's why I'm on Facebook for that exact reason.
yeah. I mean, it's probably the same thing. Like if it's like, if Sortelli, Josh Sortelli, who Elf Only In, we're acquaintances from back in the day, and I like keeping in touch with him. So like, I'm not trying to say we're close. I'm just saying like he has fun content, but he's not on anything else. He doesn't even answer email at least any email address that I've ever had for him. So it's like if I want to follow what Josh is doing, I got to follow him on Twitter. Same thing with I can't remember his name right now. Brian Duffy, who did the webcomic 8 to 1. I've been following his comic from 2005. He's one of the when we started doing our comic, I started cruising around to other comics in the Comic Genesis community, and his was one of the first I found, and it's just amazing. It's like a slice of life stuff. It's not my normal fare, but he just does it awesome. And,
All right. Good.
Yeah. 8 to 1. Check it out. It's really good.
I think I have a few times, honestly.
Yeah.
I forget. I mean,
I one of the stories that I want to do for senior year is I want to have Demon Priest go visit Allie the vampire in Chicago over St. Patrick's Day. And I'm going to talk to Brian and see if I can have his 8 to 1 characters have a cameo in the background. Since all their stuff happens in Chicago in the early 2000s, I thought it would be perfect to have those his 3 characters in the background.
yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, guys, it's getting late, and I haven't had any food for a while, and I want to get to work and just focus on some work stuff.
You
Okay.
don't need to eat. You need to work on a coloring book.
Comic first.
On my Pathfinder, you just don't care.
Comic first.
Oh. Color your own comic.
Yeah. But anyway, it was good talking. I'll try to keep more contact this week more, so it doesn't go by in a blink of an eye, and I can talk to Metal and everybody for more.
Sweet, man.
Thanks, Metal, for the link, bud. And
Yeah, no problem.
Matt, talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow, man.
All right, bud. See you later.
So,
Chris.
and I'm gonna stick around for just a little bit because I'm working on that thing. If you guys want to take off, you're welcome to. But I'm just gonna leave it run while I post the thing so I can announce that the new product is up. Yeah.
Right on. All right, bud.
We're also gonna have a video that's like a preview video with the music and stuff that Spaghetti Lord put together too. So that'll be up on our YouTube channel after this.
Nice.
So, but I'm not gonna say a whole lot for just a second while I write copy
I'm
because
probably
it's
gonna head out too. So
cool, man.
Will you stay here and keep Matt company?
Well, if Everybody leaves, I'll just cut the signal. But I
Yeah,
might
right.
not.
Just-
If everyone left quietly, I wouldn't even notice.
Right. Yeah. Don't say anything. Just
Just disappear.
Just turn off your camera and mic and
Matt's talking. So this.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Guys, hey guys.
well,
No, I'm not going to disappear permanently. I will leave for like half a minute while I use the facilities.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Well, have a good night, guys. It was good. I'll see you next week, hopefully. And Matt, unfortunately, before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
all right. See you guys.
Hey man.
Oh, okay, now I feel better.
Oh good.
Oh. Probably should have been working on something this entire time. I have to say, I think I'm doing something right. If during that entire time that I took a hiatus from the webcomic to go work on that manga contest,
Yeah.
that I come back and people are yelling at me like, "Hey, when's the next episode of the webcomic coming out?"
Yeah. I we don't get that. So we've had so many interruptions and stuff through the years. I don't know if we've even gathered much of an audience back. And our webcomic site, and I need to get with the guy who helped us rebuild the site the last time, but it doesn't have any good metrics on it.
Oh, okay.
I can't really even call it, but to tell
Yeah, like analytics.
analytics, yeah. And I don't know enough about it to do that myself yet. I'm learning a bunch in the last couple weeks, even. But the guy's got a real job and he does a ton of stuff, so he's like sporadically available. But I'm trying to get the site kind of where I want it before the mini con. So that way we can have it on business cards and stuff and people can actually check it out and have the digital stuff up. And
so they're actually impressed when they go to it and be like, they sent me
exactly.
here for this.
Exactly. And I think we're getting close. I mean, I'm really happy with getting the old content up. It doesn't quite feel like it haven't had, it kind of hides how much we haven't done because so much of it was down for the last year and a half. So nobody can look at anything, and now we're kind of inching back with the reviews and with the other stuff. So,
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to put it into my webcam, but you can't tell Matt see that I showed you this.
we're live still, right?
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm being cheeky
I'm game.
because it's just part of my sense of humor.
Well, he could be checking out here too, except all of his Kyrie books came, so he just messaged me. We're working on a secret project, and he's just like, okay, blah 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 blah, blah, and I'm not going to be online for like 3 days.
Here you go. It should be on my screen.
What on earth is that?
It's you. You got a little hat on there. I actually have a version without the hat too. He said, "Oh yeah," and a third sprite of Reese.
Okay.
Yeah. See, let me pull up the version without the hat because that thing coming off the side is supposed to be like a ponytail.
Ponytail. Okay.
Yeah. And you got like the little facial hair on there and stuff like that.
That's hilarious. The little walk cycle. What's he doing?
Yeah.
What is he doing with that, or is that the secret?
Oh, this one I think he just had me do for like shits and giggles.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. The other two were of Marcus and Myra,
Okay.
which he's going to do for like promotional stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That was funny when you told me to make that one too. It's like, oh yeah, I got to do that. I said those ones are easy to make too. Like that's only 24 pixels tall. And then you just make like the head once and copy and paste it over where you're going to make the rest of them.
But yeah, I definitely. What do you charge for a sheet?
It because I don't really charge for the sheet itself. I usually charge per sprite, but I'll do like reduced rates the more sprites there are. So it
Right.
depends how much is on the sheet. For like one of those Final Fantasy ones like that, there's like close to 50 sprites on the sheet. Like I said, I would probably do 50 cents per sprite on that. So that's it's like $25 if I didn't do reduced. If I was reducing it by the amount, probably like $15.
Thinking about that because I've been like for years I've wanted to do just some different stuff with Game Boy that's like digital kind of stuff. So I'm getting kind of prices for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I mean, probably a lot cheaper than most other people who do sprite work.
And not just games. I mean, not like necessarily game stuff. Although there is a like an adventure game I've had in my head for a couple of years. Somebody was talking about the old Sierra engines is open now. I'm just like, oh man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Point and click Game Boy Adventure inside of a computer. Be amazing.
At one point in time, I was thinking of doing like a fan game that would just like secretly leave on the underground on the internet because Nintendo's big on C&Ds for Captain N, and just have like each level play like the games that they're supposed to be.
Captain N was one of the inspirations for our Game Boy character.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before too.
Yeah, it wasn't Soul. I mean, like a little bit, a whole bunch of different stuff. But as we're coming up with it, Chris is like, "I want to do Captain N," and I'm like, "Okay, why not?
Captain N's the best.
Why not?" I can't think of a single legitimate reason why not.
It's a Captain N Day passed not too long ago.
There's a Captain N Day?
Yeah. It's September 9th. Which is just the day that the first episode aired. So people celebrated for Captain N Day. and 89. Took a picture of myself in my Captain N jacket and put it up on Instagram.
Do. Let's see here.
It was really funny about the name Captain N, is that it was supposed to be Captain Nintendo, but even though Nintendo personally gave them the rights to use a lot of their video game characters, would not allow them to actually use the name Nintendo in there, and that's why it became Captain N.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a very weird like line to draw it at. It's like you can have all our characters and stuff, but you can't actually use our name in your show.
That is strange. That is super strange.
Yep. I love the differences between the show and the comic too.
I never read.
In the comic, his zapper actually just deleted things. So if you got shot by it, it would like permanently delete you from the world. And that became like a really big like moral dilemma because one time Princess Lana was like in a cafeteria hiding behind like a flipped over table, and Samus is like mad firing blasts at everybody, and she's like, I could handle this situation right now, but if I shoot Samus, she's gone.
That's
because she has Kevin Zapper. Yeah. I think that's actually a great way to handle things because you don't necessarily want to delete someone.
Right.
So it puts more pressure on the situations than if you could just like blast at someone and they might respawn somewhere else.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. And especially because it's just like, because in video games, death isn't real. So, that's one of the differences, I suppose. Well, it is up there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Check out the. Yeah, I need to add some more stuff to the thing, but take a look in a second. Oh. Well, I'm going to wrap that for now, man. I'm going to head upstairs.
Okay.
See the rest of my people. So if anybody comes by and checks this out later and watches it, go to the website. Actually, here, we'll go ahead and I'll put that in the chat. I put that idealcomics.net/shop. Do it. Give us money. Yeah.
Money is good.
all your there's like 5 items in this store right now. It's almost a real thing. So anyway, call it there, and we'll see you guys around. Man, I got real tired at the end. So we'll talk later, man.
Yeah, see ya.